How you doing? How you doing? This your boy John Doe. John Doe. How you John Doe? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? John Doe. John Doe. Sup, people? This your boy John Doe. How y'all doing today, man? I'm joined here today with my boy Screwface, who will be a part of the podcast coming up this weekend. It will be this Sunday between 8. No, it will be this Sunday between 9 and 9:15. So if y'all looking for a good podcast to come, what you can come out and watch and support your boy, come on out. It'll be on around about 9:15. But my boy Screwface, go on and say what you need to say, sir.
Yo, this is Screwface. How y'all doing out there? Hooking up here with my boy John. We're gonna have some subjects for you today to talk about.
Yeah, this is a 2 cent, people. This is a 2 cent, people. Yes, sir. But let's get into it, man. First of all, we're gonna start off, man, because y'all know I'm a huge sports fan, you know. And I gotta talk about my NBA Finals, man, because my Miami Heat is in there 4 out of 4 years since LeBron has been on the team. Everybody thought they would struggle that first year. They didn't go do it all the way. They didn't get it done, but they did make it to the finals. But they have made it 4 consecutive years, and this being the 4th year. And I just don't think the Spurs can stop my Heat, but I do think it will be one hell of a battle because Coach Popovich is a monster over there. What you think about that, Screwface?
Well, for people that don't know me, I'm not a huge LeBron James fan. But that being said, I think the Miami Heat definitely have the athletic advantage on the Spurs. You know, that their bench is pretty deep. But the Spurs, I don't know, man. I think they're due to maybe get a final ring for Duncan and company. So it's going to be a good series. I'm predicting either 6 or 7 games. You know, probably 7 if the Spurs win it, probably 6 if the Heat win. But I'm definitely pulling for the Spurs. I like Tim Duncan. I like their the way Coach Popovich handles the business. So they're a good team to watch. I like old school basketball like that. So I enjoy watching the Spurs play. So hopefully they pull it out, but we'll have to wait and see. But I hope it's a good series.
Man, the way Bosh been playing, if Bosh plays in this series like he has played through the whole playoffs, making the threes, driving the lane when he needs to, and rebounding, man, I see this series being over in 5 games. That's if Bosh plays that way. If Bosh don't see, because my key to them beating the Spurs gonna be on the back of Bosh. See, a lot of people don't give Bosh the respect that he's due, but a lot of the reason why the Heat have been able to pull out these finals have been because of Bosh. You know, believe it or not. You know what I'm saying? Bosh Spice has done this thing. Bosh Spice. Yes, I call him Bosh Spice. What you think about that, Screw?
Yeah, Bosh is definitely key to the series. You know, depending on how well he plays. Because the Heat, you know, they need that third scoring option. You know, sometimes it's Bosh, sometimes it's Chalmers, sometimes it's, you know, Ray Allen or somebody like that gets hot. You know, I think for me the key to the Heat winning is going to be how well, or how healthy, I should say, Dwayne Wade is. Because, you know, if Bosh is playing well but Wade's not, you know what I'm saying, I don't know. I mean, we know LeBron's going to do his thing. So it's going to be, you know, depending on how that works out, because that to me that's the biggest key for this series for them is they don't really have many scores outside of the main 3 and maybe Ray Allen, you know, and that could create their own shots, you know what I'm saying, other than maybe Chalmers.
Hold on, Hey, Lewis is a knockdown shooter now.
Yeah, I was about to say Lewis because Lewis was good back in the day, man.
Yeah, with Orlando.
How good Lewis was.
Yeah, man. Shoot, I'm gonna say Rashawn Lewis is a knockdown shooter now. His stroke wasn't right early in the playoffs, but that last series, hey, he was knocking him down, man. He finally got his stroke back. So, hey, you know who I think might get some burn, and I really want to see him get some burn because I thought he was gonna get burned in the last series. But that small lineup they had out there was so potent against Indiana, they didn't really have to use him, and that's Greg Oden, man.
Yeah, they're going to definitely have to use Greg Oden in this series because San Antonio's got a lot of bigs, between Duncan and Splitter and the white dude. I can't remember his name, the other white dude.
The one who Skip Bayless be talking about. No, that's Thiago Splitter.
I'm talking about Bonner. Yeah. I'm talking about Bonner, the redhead dude.
Oh, okay.
And then, what's his name? God damn it, I can't think. Diaw, Boris Diaw. So they got a lot of post players. Which Bosch, depending on how many of them's in the game at one time, Bosch is going to guard one of the two. But I think Oden definitely. I don't know how many minutes he'll play, but I think that he could definitely help, guard Duncan and stuff like that, or if anything, just to take some fouls.
Man, Boris Diaw did his thing last year. If you don't remember, Screwface, when they had to play against him last year, they put Diaw. Diaw was like the X Factor last year, and he was the X Factor in the last series when they played against.
He's been balling in this playoff series too. He beat my Oklahoma City Thunder.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, he was a big factor.
He's a beast, man.
Yeah. But yeah, I got it in 5 if Bosch show up. So what you see it in 6?
I see it 6 games. If the Heat win, I think if the Spurs can pull it out, it's going to take 7.
It's going to take 7. All right. Oh! Another key factor that we did not mention, as of early, Parker is slowed by the ankle that he caught in the last series. Do you think that's going to hinder the Spurs in it?
I'm going to say the same thing for the Spurs that for Parker as I said for Wade and the Heat. I think Parker, in order for them to win this series, Parker is going to have to be healthy or be able to play through the pain or whatever because, they got a lot of other guys that can throw at you with Ginobili and Kawhi Leonard and Green and all those guys.
Hold on, what's that one point that they brought in?
Patty Mills.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Patty Mills. I don't know his name.
The other dude. I can't think of his name either. He's kind of an unknown guy, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Spurs are pretty deep, man. I mean, Popovich ain't afraid to go to number 12 on the bench and put him in the game. So you never, you know what I'm saying. Popovich will play a 12-man rotation, so you never know what he's going to throw at you or what kind of matchups he's going to give you. So that's another factor outside of the players. You know what I'm saying? Is how Popovich chooses to attack them. So. I don't know. It's going to be. I hope it's just a good series. I'd like to see the Spurs win, but at the end of the day, it's probably going to be the Heat.
All right. Well, all right. Well, we're gonna move on to the next subject. We done here, right? We done. Yeah. Okay. Well, we're gonna move on to the next subject, people. Before we do that, make sure y'all check down in the description. I have my boy Screwface channel down there, along with my gamer tag and all the other goodies that you will need to check out. But my boy Screwface, he haven't officially put a video out as of yet, but we will get that thing cranked up, and he will have some videos on there by the time the podcast airs this Sunday. But the next subject that we're going to cover is, will NFL2K be at E3 this year? And from what I've heard, it's not official, so just take it at my word. It's not official, but it seems that the NFL license that EA signed may not be exclusive to EA. Yes, they signed a NFL license, but they haven't announced that it's an exclusive license. So that's giving way for other football games to also make a game, an NFL game this year, and I think that'll be real big. I wouldn't mind seeing a game day make his appearance, or an NFL Fever. NFL Fever was a pretty good game back in the day as well. A lot of people, if you didn't play Xbox, y'all probably didn't get into an NFL fever, but it was a pretty nice game, and I definitely want to see what NFL2K can bring back to the table, since everybody think that is the holy grail, quote unquote, holy grail of football. What do you think about that, Screwface?
Well, like you said, it is a rumor. They're supposedly supposed to be presenting an NFL football game to the NFL. Now, whether that means privately at E3 or to the public, or if it's even going to happen at all, you know what I'm saying? We don't really know yet. It may just be we may have to wait till E3 and it actually happens. As far as the license thing, they've always announced in the past that it was going to be exclusive. They've always wanted to let everybody know that. So the fact that they haven't kind of adds fuel to the fire of the rumor. However, 2K or no one else has come out publicly and said that they have signed or are attempting to sign a deal to be able to use the NFL in their game. So it could be just another 2K8 on Pro Football 2K, or it could actually be an NFL-type presentation. With that being said, I think it's cool if it happens. I've been playing Madden forever, but I also enjoyed a lot of other type of football games, back in the day. NFL Quarterback Club, Fever, the 2K series. I love me some Game Day, man, in 98, 99 with Terrell Davis on the front, man. Yeah, those are two of my all-time favorite football games.
Dude, I swear, I don't think people understood how good those games were, man. Back then, those games was better than Madden, man. I'm dead serious, man.
Absolutely.
A lot of people
played Madden those 2 years.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know that, though. You hit on something that a lot of people not thinking about. You get what I'm saying? Because people asking for a 2K back, and everybody assumes that a game cannot be made without the NFL license, which isn't true. It's simply not true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can still make a football game. It would be generic. Like remember we sat down and we had a conversation about this here. If you're going to do a generic football game, make it seem like an official football game. See, and that's what I think 2K was missing. Like, they didn't make the generic feel like it was official. You get what I'm saying? It don't have to be with actual real players or whatever, because we play in a franchise and we played in dynasties. You get what I'm saying? After a couple of years, our teams aren't official anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's just a bunch of generic players, but we grow to love the generic players because we build and and we build them up the way that we want to, and we see what we can get out of them. See, what it reminds me of, Screwface. Remember when you I don't know if you ever had the little things you got from Burger King back in the day, the little egg things when you used to have to feed it and it used to shit and shit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It reminds me of one of them little motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? If you take care of it, you nurture it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You be proud to see what it grow into. Like a child. But we ain't going to go that deep because a lot of people don't got children out here. I'm just giving it something else. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, but you nurture these players and you want to see them do well. That's why I used to love, that's why I like the NCAA this year, because we finally got to see our players step onto that next level and got to see how they actually perform in the big leagues. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead, Screwface. Go on and put in your 2 cents.
Yeah, well, like you touched on, we had that conversation about a game, even if it's not officially NFL, you know what I'm saying? Anybody can make an NFL game or a football game, regardless of what they're using in it, as long as it's not the NFL, because to our knowledge, EA still has exclusive rights, but we don't know. But to me, my biggest drawback, like you had mentioned on 2K8, was the really generic, dumb names like the Washington, historians or whatever the hell it was called. And they had a stadium with looked like the Lincoln Memorial pillars with president statues up in the middle of the stadium and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Now, I know people might say, well, Tampa Bay has a pirate ship, but it goes with what they are, and it doesn't look cheesy. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, if they're going to make a football game, you know what I'm saying, and it's not officially licensed by the NFL, that's okay. As long as sim heads will play it. If the way the players move and all that type of stuff and everything that goes into football without getting too deep is in it, we'll buy it and we'll play the game. You know what I'm saying? But it's gotta feel as if it's NFL. You know what I'm saying? It has to feel that realisticness to it, or we're going to be turned off by it. 2K, it was cool in the beginning because it was like, oh, we can play with these old school players like John Elway and Jerry Rice and all this stuff. But that gets old. You know what I'm saying? So in order for that to be a standalone game on its own, it has to feel realistic. Come up with some crazy, league and call it, the Professional Football League of America. You know what I'm saying? Just make up something, but make it seem realistic. Give it a logo. Give the league a logo. Give it a history. You know what I'm saying? Even if they put little descriptions of each team, back in the day, so-and-so, this team was really good with such and such coach. I mean, even if they make the shit up, and then it would make it feel like it's a realistic football game and that you're playing something that actually could have existed in real life.
And then you know what else?
If they did that, it would work.
Then you know what else will make it go over the top? And this because I went back and I looked at an old NFL Fever I looked at 2004, and what was missing for NFL Fever was commentators, man. You gotta have good commentary. See, and that's what used to make Madden. If you think about it, prior to the last 2 years, the commentators was butt, man. Remember they tried to use like the radio telecast. What year that was?
Oh God, that was so horrible.
What year was that, man?
I think it was 2012.
Oh my goodness, that was
11.
Bad.
It was,
man.
yeah. It had the whatever that dude's name is. I don't even remember his name. It was horrible.
Oh my, no, dude.
Now the radio thing could have worked if they would have been able to get the broadcast people that broadcast for that team on the official radio airing of their game, whatever the home team was. You know what I'm saying? Or that way you know what I'm saying? If I go play you in Tampa, I'm going to get the Tampa's officially licensed team radio broadcasters for that game. Or if I go play in Chicago, you see what I'm saying? But they just picked two dudes, you know what I'm saying? And it was the same people for every single game. So I think that's why that flopped. They didn't put too much thought into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Definitely commentators make the game, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't want stuff to be repetitive, you know?
Exactly. And when it come down to Madden, they really did put a lot into that. But we're going to move in. From right there, we're going to slide into the next subject. Is anything else you want to say on it before we move on? Anything else?
Well, I just hope the rumor's true. You know what I'm saying?
Too.
Whatever the option is, I would like an option besides Madden, just because I love football that much. That I would play other games if they're good games. So hopefully the rumor's true. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, man, I want to pick up more than one football game in a year. You know, well, it's usually
especially with NCAA not coming out this year.
Oh, as well. Dude, that's a heartbreaker. We ain't gonna even talk about that, though. Like, my heart is broken right now. You feel me, Screwface? I am really hurt that I ain't got no NCAA. But I do want to be able to go to the store and get multiple games and play on, oh, goddamn, I can't even get the words out. But I do want to play multiple games this year. Oh, shoot. Hold on. What just happened? We just lost Mr. Screwface. You back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Okay. But I do want to play multiple games this year. But let's move on. We're going to talk a little bit Madden on what we feel they need to improve, because I feel that Madden has done a lot with the game starting from back in the day. But go ahead. Well, what you feel that Madden can improve to make 2015 even better than Madden 25?
Well, the first thing that I heard about Madden is that they're supposed to be improving the defense again. Back a little bit, I don't remember exactly the game. I know Ray Lewis was on the front when they introduced the hit stick and all that. I think it was 05. But I just want to see a more in-depth game. across the board. You know, I mean, they always do a lot for offense, so I'm happy that they're doing it for defense. You know, just for example, like on the defense, you know, defensive line stunts, you know, guard defensive tackle stunts versus end stunts, you know, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Just little things like that that would be cool, which 2K8 did have. You know, so that kind of stuff. And then I would also, it just needs to blow my socks off, you know what I'm saying? With this new technology that we have, you know, with the 1, the 4, and the PS4, you know, I want it to be, you know, their little trailer with Luke Kuechly where he's, you know, changing into, you know what I'm saying, his video game form or whatever. Like, that's how it needs to be, you know? So hopefully it turns out that way. They do need to make a couple of adjustments franchise section, you know, being able to change players' positions. You know, they only let you do that in the off season, stuff like that. So, you know, there's little things, little tweaks and perks that they can add to the game, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah, one of the things that I would like to see is I don't want the plays to feel as scripted as they do, even though they're not as bad as they used to be. Like, say if I'm going up against a receiver downfield and I'm on a cornerback, I want both players to be able to go up for that ball. You go, because it seems
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's like an eeny, meeny, miny, mo type thing on who gonna go up. You get what I'm saying? Because both people be, you know, say if you playing against somebody, man, I'm holding Y, I can't go up, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's never like two players able to go up and get the ball or even fight for it. So another thing that I would like to see when the receivers go downfield, man, let me see some hand checking. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see that where they go downfield and you actually see them hitting each other hands down and stuff. You know, I would do stuff like that there. Or actually you know how the cornerback running with the receiver and he'll put that little hand on the hip to know where he at.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just stuff like that there, man. It's the little things that make the biggest difference when it comes down to these games. And that's what I think Madden has been missing. And that's why a lot of people want the 2K, because it's the little things. It's not the big overall things. It's the little things that has been missing. And I think if they hit on those little things, more people will be willing to come back and get on like Madden and play Madden, you know, compared to continuously asking for other games.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You know, like the whole Y button thing. You know, I feel like any button I press on my controller, I don't care if I'm 30 yards away from the ball or I'm right next to the ball to make a play on it. My man should jump. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you what does work every time you press that motherfucker. Jump on the defender and press X and watch your dude dive to the ground. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Every time.
That works every single time. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
But you know, a lot of people, these 2K enthusiasts, is all I'll call them. You know, they still harp about 2K being, you know, the holy grail of football. You know, and that's debatable. But I think a lot of people that have that mindset have turned themselves off from Madden. You know, or they make comments about Madden that they shouldn't make because they don't even play the game anymore. So, you know, I would like to say that I think Madden 25 is probably, you know, one of the best Maddens they've made in a long time. And if nobody has played it, you 2K guys, if y'all haven't played it, man, you need to go play it. And I don't mean play the demo or play one play now mode against the computer and say, oh, this sucks. You know what I'm saying? Really play the game and understand that EA is trying. You know what I'm saying? They may not be trying to the point that we want them to, but they are trying. And I hope that this Madden 15 finally reaches to where we want it to be. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed. I agree 100% on that, because this has been, in my eyes, Madden 25 is the best football game that I have played on this generation.
I agree with that.
Huh?
I agree with that. On the 360.
Yeah, on the 360. Yeah. This is the best football game that I've played. You know, do you know? I never played 2K8. Yeah, man, I ain't never played it. You know,
yeah,
but
I played it. I own it.
Yeah, but I'm guessing that from what people been saying, that it's not that in depth. You know what I'm saying? Just like off the field stuff, you know, like being able to do a draft. You get what I'm saying? The ultimate team. You know, it just so many things that keep people interested in playing this game. Makes me feel that Madden 25 is just that good of a game. Hell, this is the only Madden that made me stop playing NCAA.
Yeah,
like, I literally,
that's the first one for me in a long time.
I think we was all waiting on Madden to get their nose, to clean their nose. You know what I'm saying? Clean
Well, they picked the right
up.
year, considering they dropped the NCAA title. They picked the right year to finally make it worth playing.
Yeah, so because I feel a lot of NCAA fans, we stuck with NCAA because Madden refused to get it right, but everybody wanted to get back on and play a professional football game because everybody know I'm a big Bucks fan. You know, I love my Bulls, but the NFL is the NFL. You get what I'm saying? That's pro football right there, and everybody want to play pro football. Is there anything else that we need to talk about right here? We're about done.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
We golden. All right. Well, we're going to talk a little bit about a game that you said that you want to get, Murder Soul Suspect, I think it is. And that game looks awesome. Now, that is a game that I'm looking forward to picking up. You know, it was Watch Dogs, but ever since I seen this game at E3, like how you have to solve your own murder, I think it's like something new, something refreshing when it comes down to game. What you think about that, Screwface?
Yeah, I actually didn't know a whole lot about it until a couple of days ago, and then today it obviously has released. I think it's a really cool game. It looks cool. I like the concept of, you know, being able to solve your own murder. You're kind of in a transitional world between, you know, death and the living. So you not only are you trying to solve your own murder, but you're also trying to figure out a way to relay it to the living. They can, you know, track down the suspects that are involved in it. And then while you're doing that, you got all these little side demonic, you know, other people, other afterlife beings or whatever you want to call them, that's stuck in the same world that you're in, and they're coming at you while you're trying to do that. So, you know, it kind of gives you a lot of different things to do. You know what I'm saying? It's not just a complete one-sided story. It's got the side rails with those things. So I think it looks like a really cool game. It's a really cool story. I like the concept of it, and I hope that it is as good as advertised.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm looking forward to picking that one up. That's one of those games that I have been looking forward to playing. Watch Dogs was until I actually seen a couple of previews, and it just seemed a little bit too much like Grand Theft Auto. It just seemed, you know, added with the little phone. Like I'm probably gonna pick it up when it drops in price. How you feel?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward? Did you want to play Watch Dogs or no?
Yeah, I mean, I do want to play it. You know, I don't know, man. It's I always see these big blockbuster games, you know what I'm saying, like Watch Dogs, and I think, oh man, you know, I'd really love to play that. But almost every time I buy one of those games and I get it home and I play it, it just does not. It doesn't keep my attention. You know what I'm saying? So I've been real leery about buying it as of yet, because I don't want to be burned, man. I don't want to spend $50 on the game and be burned and not play it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you know, we all want games that keep our interest and is worth the purchase. You know? Yep,
I agree with you, man. Like, because we ain't got like millions and millions of dollars to go out. Well, shit, forget that. Hundreds and hundreds of dollars to go out here and blow on games like that per year. You know, like, usually people have, I want to say during the year, I may pick up, 6 to 10 games a year. You know what I'm saying? That's like my basic number of games that I usually pick, and that's you know what I'm saying. That's a good amount of money. You get what I'm saying? Like YouTube ain't paying for them games. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, I gotta go out and pay for them games, so I gotta take away from something to pay for that game. You get what I'm saying? You know.
Yeah.
You know, shoot, I might not be able to go get me no liquor that you know what I'm saying, for the weekend that week or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's coming from something. I might not be able to go get me a new pair of shoes. You know. But that money is definitely taken away from something else that I would usually be getting at that present time, you know. So if you ain't,
yeah, I mean, most people our age, you know, have kids,
exactly,
or have a wife, or you know, a live-in person or whatever you want to call them. But you know, when you gotta provide for your family, and then you tell your wife, well, I'm gonna go over here and pick up this game or download this game or whatever. She want to see you playing that motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't want you to be wasting money on stuff and you don't even be playing it.
Sure, you know how many
I could go
times
to somewhere else. They pay a bill or something.
Yeah, Screwface. You know how many times my old lady came to me and say, "Now see, you know went out and got this damn game, and you don't even play the motherfucker. You right back on this football shit. What happened to the game you just spent this $60 on? You only had it in 2 weeks. You know, this is the nagging that we get. You know, you only had it 2 weeks. I don't even know why you keep going out and buying these games. You don't even be playing them. You don't want them. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I've been leery about. You know, when I was younger, I used to play a lot of games, a lot of different games, and on a lot of consoles. And you know, I want to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? But like I was saying earlier about Watch Dogs and being burned and all that, you know, now, especially that I'm older and I have responsibilities, I can't just throw my money around. So I want to be that type of gamer again. I want to just buy all the big games that come out as soon as they drop and come home and just indulge myself in it and enjoy them. But I've been burned so much that you know what I'm saying? So I hope that all these games, you know, at the end of the day, I want all the developers, I want all the games on all consoles to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Because if it is, then that means they're making good games, and we're happy, and we're buying them, and we're playing them.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. With that being said, man, look forward to the E3 part this weekend, this Sunday, but I think we're going to have to end it off, man. We're running like over 30 minutes on this thing, right?
Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, we're running over 30. But make sure y'all go and sub my boy Screwface up. He will be doing more of a sports type channel than I do per se, but he will have his gaming in there, his sports gaming, his regular gaming, and game news as well. But it'll be a little bit lean more towards sports because he know his shit when it comes down to sports, people. Let's put it like that, though. But I'm glad you guys took the time to come out and listen to me and my boy Screwface. You want to say anything to the people before we go, Screwface?
Just, you know, my channel is coming. It has been created today. I'm hoping to start pumping out some videos. I will have some videos up by the time we do the podcast Sunday. So you guys will be able to go and check me out. So I hope you guys like it. And if you do, hit that button.
Hit that sub button. Sub them up. Not liking that sub button. Yeah, but this your boy John Doe with another 2 cents. Hope you guys enjoyed it. You know, it's something a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I'm catering to my boy Screwface. So guys, thank you for your support. Get ready for the podcast. We got a hell of a cast on that podcast too. A lot of good people. But that would be a surprise for y'all this weekend. But with that being said, this your boy John Doe, and I'm out. Later, people. Yeah.